Hi, it's Jason, and this is my jar of honey. You know the honey trick, right? The trick with honey that makes any girl beg you to sleep with her? I exposed it 1 year ago to my students, and now we gladly put on a few drops of this unusual honey, and bang! Hot girls shove themselves on top of our I first tried it on this pro hockey player's girlfriend who had been playing hard to get. She left him and became my girlfriend in less than a week. After I got bored with her, I tried it on a famous pop star in Hollywood. It took 10 minutes till she shoved me in the ladies' room so she could feel a man in her mouth. One of my friends found his old high school crush on Facebook and then used the honey trick over the internet to make her his girlfriend. I met her at his 30th birthday last week. They couldn't keep hands off each other. Check out what Steve Jordan from New York recently said. Hey man, I swear and live by the honey trick now. I got 4 girls last week. One of them was prom queen and another teaches yoga. Long live the honey trick. Here's what Tony Sayers of London said about it. I saw your video about the honey trick and figured it was bullshit. I was right. It didn't make one girl want to bang me like you said it would. It made 2. I used your stupid little honey move after work last week and had my first threesome ever with the Swedish surgeon and her Asian friend. Hell yeah, I'm frustrated right now. I can't believe I spent the first 44 years of my life not knowing this. And one more from Lucas Lee in Australia. I saw this really hot girl in a bright red sports bra at the gym tonight. I normally wouldn't know what to say, but decided to try what you told me in your honey video. Well, it worked just like you said. She couldn't stop looking at me and she already agreed for a first date this weekend at my house. Now listen, I'll show you what I showed them, but I'm not just talking about getting a number or a little peck on the lips. This honey trick is only for you if A, you want to take a load off with the hottest women of your choice whenever you want, or B, you want to use it to make a woman fall in love with you and maybe watch her erupt like a blossoming volcano during sex. Okay. If you don't know the honey trick, you're in for a surprise. You watch this short presentation with me until the end, and I'll reveal it to you along with $3 million tips that you can use tonight to easily make any woman desperate to be with you. That's right, big guy. These 3 tips make her sexual attraction to you something she can't control because they bypass her logical brain and they trigger uncontrollable primal attraction deep in her subconscious. Now, what's that mean for you? Your words innocently let themselves into the deepest parts of her mind and implant any thoughts you might want her to have. This shit is so Jedi, no one would even know if you were making her sexually addicted to you. In this presentation, all the crap lies that TV and friends have told you about dating and banging the hottest girls will be sent to the gallows by yours truly. And like I told my other 120,000 students in 40 countries who earned the right to learn this, I make one guarantee. You follow the instructions, you're gonna hear from me now, and hot chicks will wanna you. They'll call you at 2 a.m. hungry for manhood and beg you to feed them. Even the smartest women won't have a clue what's making them do it, because what I'm teaching you now isn't just stealth, it's invisible. Only her vagina sees it, which is why it doesn't matter what you look like. You could be fat and ugly, or you could look like Brad Pitt. You could be as poor as church mice, or you could have Jay-Z money. Your ride, it could be a bike, it could be a Bentley. This invisible subconscious attraction method overrides all of that. Easy. You might just get laid like Brad Pitt with Jay-Z's money when I'm through with you today. I even know this one rebel with a 4-incher and nasty crooked teeth who swears these tips are the reason he now gets laid every night of the week. Now just know, I'm fair. So for the other 120,000 guys who have already crowded my pockets with cash to learn the techniques that you're about to, I'm keeping this specific presentation hidden from the public. I don't know if you found me through TV or through one of my friends. Either way, it won't be online for long as it's already been banned in 3 countries and 3 more right now are doing everything they can to protect their more vulnerable women. If they succeed, you may never hear a word of this again. So if you've got a woman on your mind who you want right now, or you want to sleep with dozens of new women using a rejection-proof plan, or maybe get your ex to fall back in love with you for good, then pay close attention to what I'm about to say and watch this now to the surprise end as my personal time currently starts at $1,000 an hour. Now, 5 years ago, I was so blind when it came to women, I barely knew what a blowjob was. I was way worse than the average guy. You should have seen how these girls shut me down. I used to get stuck watching porn alone every single night doing the deed dry. No lotion, just tears of loneliness for lube. But now, I have a rule. It's called I'm awesome and I only bang tens. Hollywood actors come to me for help getting laid today. I've dedicated almost 5 years to this subject since my ice cold start. So if you're ready to become a badass with women overnight, this video is going to be your new favorite too. Just remember, you won't look at women the same after you see this because you're finally going to understand what goes on in their brain. Now that's your fair warning. Let us begin. Question 1. How did I go from the dude women love to hate to the dude women love to bang? Did I get a great job and flash some money? Did I bulk up on steroids? Did I paint on eyeliner and become a pickup artist? Or did I just decide to start handing out free cocaine? No, and kind of more in the drug part in a second. You see, I was an athlete in college, a player, the basketball team, and I get it. I know what you might be thinking. He's in good shape. He's on the team. Girls must have been ignoring nice guys and lining up to sleep with me. But nah, they weren't. Since you're smart enough to trust me, I'll trust you too. I was a virgin till I was 20 years old. Basketball was my life, and you could find me shooting hoops alone till 2 or 3 in the morning any night of the week. I'd purposely kept girls out of my life and now had no clue how to talk to them. I used to be so shy around girls that this long-legged blonde girl on the volleyball team, Sarah, told all her friends she wanted to sleep with me on Friday night. I know this because they told me, "Hey Jason, Sarah wants to sleep with you on this Friday night." But instead, I wussed out, ignored her advances, and ended up jerking off to the idea of her instead that same Friday night. The idea that athletes can bang girls whenever they want is bullshit, and it proves that what you look like and what you do has no effect on how many girls are going to sleep with you this month. Fact is, my method now trumps all of that like its first name was Donald. Here's how I learned this for certain. I had high hopes for me and my when I transferred to a new college in Michigan at 20. It was a fresh start at a party school. I was going to get laid here at least by accident like a couple times, right? Maybe my name could become legendary. Freshmen might whisper it between classes, swapping rumor after rumor about this girl getting a legend. But no, that didn't happen. I kissed one girl that whole year, stopped talking with 2 of my roommates, and like a blew the best chance I had at finally losing my virginity. Here's what happened. I was at a friend's party on a Friday night, and this hot girl, Tracy, was there with her friends. I remember she kept staring at me like I finger banged her cat. If anyone else stared at you for that long, it'd be creepy, but she had double D, so she got the free pass. I was still 20 at the time, still a virgin, and this was the first time that this had ever happened to me. I tried to play it off, but back then, a hot girl looking at me like that made me sweat. She finally stopped undressing me with her eyes and came over giggling. A virgin I may have been, but I knew what that look meant. I'm in. Just play it cool, Jason. Play it cool. Thank God for me, she did most of the talking, and then she asked me, "Have you seen my new apartment? It's right nearby." How f***ing awesome. Bye-bye, virginity. Hello, legendary sex god status. So we walk into her apartment, and she leads me straight into her bedroom. She takes her jacket off and gives me those eyes. You know what I'm talking about. F*** me eyes. So what did I do? Did I bend her over? Did I pound her into submission, make her scream my gorgeous name until the neighbors got mad? Yes, and who am I really kidding? None of that happened. Instead, I started talking about basketball like a dweeb. I was far too nervous, couldn't go through with it, and that was all that came out. Only I knew then what I teach my Hollywood guys now. At one point, I think I even asked her if she could check some stats on NBA.com for me. I could see her face getting all confused, like, what is happening? What's going on here? But I just couldn't stop myself. I just kept talking. I was nervous. I was anxious. I was frozen with disbelief. All I had to do was slide my key in the lock, but I couldn't do it. It was so bad, my didn't even talk to me for the next week, and I've known that guy forever. You know how they say if you look at all the great men of history, we find a period before their success where they truly hit rock bottom? Well, this was almost that for me. But it got worse later that night. As I tried to tiptoe into my apartment, all my buddies were still up, waiting. "Yo, dude, how'd it go? Tracy's crazy hot. Please tell me you unloaded all over her girl next door face, bro." So I ask you now, man to man, confidant to confidant, what do you think I did? I dove straight for rock bottom, and I lied. through my teeth. Dude, you should have heard. I didn't just lie. I went bold with my imaginary night of glory. I may have even used the word anal penetrato at one high point. They never found out that I lied, but it ate at me inside. I thought about it all the time, and thank God I did, because if I hadn't, I would have never found Dog. Dog was this dude on campus. They called him that because he had a face like a bulldog, and he's kind of stocky like one too. I remember asking this cute girl from class, Jessica, at the bar one night, him? All the girls sleep with him? She answered, I know, right? He's an asshole and he's ugly. I would never sleep with him. I never forgot her response because I watched her leave the bar with him not 15 minutes later. It wasn't even midnight and he'd pulled her home to bang. 15 minutes ago, he was an ugly asshole. Now he's honey and she's a starving bumblebee. What the f***? I literally thought about this for the rest of the night, pounding shots of tequila and having a couple boring conversations with girls I didn't even like. I was about to head home alone at 2 when I heard a ruff. I'm just kidding. I didn't hear any barking, but what I saw would change my life forever. For real. If I hadn't seen it, you wouldn't be getting this today. It was Dog, back at the bar with another girl. Her tongue was doing calisthenics in his mouth, and he was just laying back, chilling, until he saw me. He was looking me dead in the eyes. It felt like he was reading my soul, like he knew what I was thinking. He nudged her out of his mouth, and he walked my way. Yo, man, you saw me leave with Jessica before? Yeah, dude, I said. What happened? Oh, her? I f***ed her. Dude, that's awesome. What about the girl you were just making out with? Oh, her? I don't know. I just met her. Forget her for a second. You have something you want to ask me? The dude had been reading my mind. I set aside my giant ego for a second and just came out with it. Dude, Dog, how do you do it? Every girl wants to f*** you. How do you do it? He gave me a little Clint Eastwood grin and said, let's go for a walk. You pay my bar tab and then I'm going to hand you the keys to the vagina kingdom. And so began the greatest walk of my life. Dog, like the great man he was, explained in graphic detail exactly what I needed to do to get 8s, 9s, and 10s chasing after me. He showed me there was a simple way any guy could invisibly slip past the woman's conservative mechanism and easily trigger uncontrollable sexual attraction directly inside her subconscious. The results of his unconventional mentoring speak for themselves. These days, attracting, seducing, and banging super hot chicks comes naturally to me. I barely have to put in any effort. Seriously, this shit just happens. And now I'm going to show you how to make it happen for you too. But before you think this technique works just for young guys with access to easy college girls, think again. These sexual responses have been hard-coded in every female brain since the primal era. All you have to do is trigger them. Translation? They work no matter her age or yours. Dog told me as long as you obeyed certain criteria, you could get any woman you wanted at any time, no matter your looks, your age, your experience, or personality. And I not only turned my life with women around, I crushed it. Put it this way. When I wake up in the morning, my does a little dance, it twirls, and then it thanks me for learning these secret techniques. And since I know you're a man, a guy who takes action, I'd like to show you how I did it. You might want to get a pen and paper ready for this part, especially since 3 foreign countries are working to ban this video right now. Plus, tip number 3, the freak factor story, is nuts. It involves an innocent CPA, multiple angles of penetration, and one little sentence that unleashes even the most conservative girl's inner slut. But first, we need to start you off with number 1, the killer of all female attraction. Do you know why certain guys come off as creepy, or why girls will say he's coming on too strong? Has it ever happened to you? If it has, I'm sorry. Her feeling this way had nothing to do with you, but still, it sucks, and I've been there. But think, why did she feel that way? What did you do wrong? What if you knew how to never give off the coming on too strong or creepy vibe again? How many more cool, hot girls would you have in your life right now? Here's what Dog told me. The first thing to know about girls is they must feel safe and comfortable around you. If they don't feel safe or comfortable, not only will it kill all chances of attraction, but they'll also call you creepy and then tell their friends. Here's the secret to never giving off that vibe again, and this will really click when we get to tip 2. You must act non-needy. Like you don't really need her and might not even want her. Listen, women are smart and intuitive. They hate it when they can sense a man wants their approval, their interest, or their validation so easily. And beware, because if her spidey sense picks up that you're somehow trying to make her like you, her central attraction mechanism instantly shuts off. You ever wonder how a girl you were sure was into you could just leave and disappear out of nowhere? It's because of this. Tell me, have you ever had a salesman try to pressure you into buying something? You felt uncomfortable then because you could feel he needed something from you. He needed you to buy it, and that told you he was A, desperate, and B, had no other options. Females feel the same way around needy guys, except they refer to it as my one friend Melody does. Creepy jeepy. I want to make sure that you are never that guy, so all you got to do for now is just act non-needy. Play it cool, lay back, and do this. The next time you meet a girl, don't ask her any questions for the first 3 minutes. Only make statements. Too many personal questions too early on communicate need, and we can't have that for someone as awesome as you. Instead, just lean back, relax, and temporarily use statements because statements make her chase. Instead of asking if she's from the city, say, "You're from the city, aren't you?" Watch how it triggers all kinds of interest in her. She'll ask, "How did you know that? Why did you think that of me?" And all of a sudden now, she's chasing you. Don't get it twisted, big guy. That innocent little switch in language makes all the difference to the female mind. And since I always over-deliver on my promises to guys who go for it and take action, you know what works even better than acting like you don't need them? Telling them they can't have you. You do this playfully, of course. Say, "You're too sweet of a girl to be single. Let's find you a nice new boyfriend tonight." This is called deep psychology flirting, and the guys snatching all your girls have been keeping it from you for years now. Not anymore. Feeling good? Good, because that's just the beginning of what I've got in store for you today, champ. Here's tip number 2 of 3. Hurricane vagina. Protect yourself. There's a wet storm coming. Imagine a soaking wet, thunderous hurricane swallowing up an entire city, tall buildings and all. Do you think there was anything that could have stopped that hurricane? Or was it just on a mission to take that whole city in and there was nothing anyone could do about it? I want to show you how to make hot, awesome girls feel that same way about you, like they have to have you and there's nothing anyone or anything can do about it. Now, before I tell you this eye-opener, I'm warning you once. This upcoming information can be used to turn otherwise normal women into obsessive, addictive stalkers. It can be used to make them renounce their family, their friends, leave their jobs, and dedicate their entire lives to one cause, your champion penis. So listen, champ. You promise me you'll only use this for good, and I'll be sure to include the extra emotional climate part I normally keep to myself. Okay? Let's do it then. This was the first question Dog asked me, and it's the most important question your will ever ask you too. How do you think women decide who they're going to sleep with? I bet you've never thought about it so up close and personal, but we're in this together, me and you, so I ask again. How do you think women decide who they're going to sleep with? Is it money? No. Is it friendship? No. What about good looks? Guys with muscles and sharp jawlines? No. I have 2 good friends who model right now for Abercrombie & Fitch, and their cold streak is pitiful. You'd probably laugh if I told you. Listen close. Women decide who they're going to sleep with based on one thing: how they feel. Forget her conservative brain called the frontal lobe. It stands no chance against what her emotional brain tells her to do. It's her emotional brain that decides whose penis she's going to shove inside of her tonight. And since I seem to have taken a liking to you, I'm going to tell you how to quietly and innocently take control of that emotional brain and trigger sexual attraction inside her deepest parts so no one, not even her, knows you're doing it. Plus, when you do it my way, she'll actually thank you as you 2 lie in bed together after. She may even say she's willing to go either way with you. Friends with benefits, serious girlfriend, whatever you want. See, her primal emotional brain was hard-coded by evolution hundreds of thousands of years ago, and that amount of time has given it untold power. It secretly has the final say in everything. I recently read an article in the New York Times on Dr. Paul Ekman, researcher at the University of California, Berkeley, and author of the best-selling book, Emotions Revealed. When it comes to the female mind, I think he said it best in just 2 words: emotions override. Her emotional brain doesn't know what $1 million looks like. It doesn't know who Brad Pitt is. It doesn't give a about Magic Mike. It just knows what it's feeling in the moment. She takes one look at her inward emotional climate and she asks herself, do I like this guy or not? Am I attracted to this guy or not? Do I want to sleep with this guy or not? I'll show you how to make her say, oh, hell yes, to all 3 of those questions in a minute. But first, we got to discuss the most amazing sexual encounter Dog has ever had. Enter tip number 3, the freak factor story. You've been waiting for this one, yes? Well, let's take more action and begin. When Dog first discovered he could trigger hurricane vagina whenever he wanted by silently slipping into her emotional brain, he went a little crazy. He said it was like I could take a girl from prison to paradise in just a couple minutes. He'd go out one night, have sex. He'd go out the next night, find the new hot girl, have sex again. Then when that got boring, he'd find the coolest and most attractive girl he could find and using the exact same method, make her his girlfriend. He once used it on some poor guy's wife, or MILF as he called her, and she almost jumped him in the grocery store parking lot. I don't really condone that sort of thing, and neither does he, but he said he had to see just how far it could go. Yet once he got really good with it, he started seeing things out of women he didn't know existed. He said, when I would talk with them this way, they would act totally different during sex. Porn star blowjobs, endless monologues about how much they loved telling me they thought about sex all day long. I had no idea they were so horny and sexual until I experienced the freak factor firsthand. Oh yeah, the freak factor story. Here's what happened. One night, Dog went out with some friends and saw the hottest girl of his life. She was a nerd, a hot nerd. He described her as a CPA with glasses who became a swimsuit model at night. With my freak factor sentence, he quickly stole her away from her friends, took her home, and then tested the limits of the primal emotional brain. What came out of her that night was so sexually intense, he still talks about it to this day. She screamed and yelled. She bit and begged and bent over. She even broke her glasses. She did things porn stars wouldn't do for a trunk full of cocaine. As she put her bra on after, she told him something that solidified his beliefs in these methods for good. She said, I've never felt this way with any man before in my life. Something about the way you talked to me, it just brought out this inner slut in me. I feel so turned on and comfortable around you at the same time. We call this the freak factor. See, when you start speaking to a girl's emotional brain, instead of her conservative one, her inner slut will often come out to play. The primal part of her takes control and she becomes the sexiest, most uninhibited little freak your has ever entered. Winner, winner, dinner. Listen, champ, when you understand how to influence her emotional brain and her freak factor takes over, it'll probably be the coolest experience of your life. I tend to keep it to myself at this point, but when you first tell your friends about what your girl's been doing in the bedroom, their jaws are going to hit the floor. They'll envy you, but they'll respect you at the same time. And in case you're watching this right now thinking to yourself, well, what is the freak factor sentence? I'm going to share it with you now, but only because I love you. Here it is. After you get the first kiss with her, you'll do just two things. One, you'll pull back first from the kiss. My students do this every time now because the person who pulls back first leaves the other subconsciously wanting more. Then, two, you're going to whisper the freak factor sentence in her ear softly. Just slowly lean in and whisper, you have no idea what I'm thinking about doing to you right now. Then calmly lean back, look off into the distance, and watch her inner slut come out to play. Just a heads up. Within minutes, she may jump your bones like a guard dog. Don't say I didn't warn you, bud. Now, the freak factor sentence is nowhere near the only sexual trigger. It's actually the first one I teach all my best students. I'll show you how you can get the rest at the end of this video. But you know what else I quickly realized after testing out these ideas and experiencing a crazy, amazing sex life for the first time? Women love sex. A lot. Even more than you or me. Hollywood had me brainwashed when I was younger to think men need it more than women, but that's just not true. And if my wasn't so busy being chased by horny girls, he'd probably back me up here. When you follow what I say, she begins to chase your penis like a bacon addict, craving her next filling of pork. 24 hours a day, round the clock, she can't forget well, you simply have to know what to say and do. And I'm going to tell you how right now. My name is Jason Capital. You might have found me through a friend, seen me on TV or Playboy.com, or maybe heard me interviewed on Podcast One Radio. Either way, I'm the creator of the brand new breakthrough program, Make Women Want You. It's my pride and joy, my life's work, and the ultimate guide to meeting, attracting, and seducing hot women. If you ever wanted a proven, tested, surefire process for making any woman you know want to bang, this is it. First, here's what my Make Women Want You method is not. It's not about manning up and just telling her how you feel, like that nonsense ever works. It's not about having to change yourself to become the kind of guy she says she wants, because she actually has no idea what she wants. It's not about lying or deceiving or any pickup artist shenanigans. It's not about being aloof or pretending like you don't actually want her. It's certainly not about being a nice guy, because that shit never works. And it's definitely not about sending her any gifts or presents like chocolates or flowers or really anything traditionally romantic. That stuff does not work for sex, as I'll show you why in a second. So that's no cheesy pickup lines, no peacocking or silly magic tricks, no alpha male posturing. If you're 80 pounds overweight, it's not a problem for making her desperate to bang you. Maybe you've got gray hair and bald spots. Who cares? If you're shy and introverted like I was, you'll be able to put all that behind you once you get started. It's awesome. There's nothing simpler, faster, or more effective at making hot, awesome, sexy women want you than the world-renowned Make Women Want You system. Now, some of the things that we've covered so far are controversial. My methods have been banned in 3 countries already, but just like women are taught how to put on makeup and prop their tits up to turn men on, guys need to know their side of the info too, and that's why I refuse to slow my mission down at all. So now, you know a woman must feel safe and comfortable first, and you make her feel that way by acting not needy. You were warned about hurricane vagina, how it's waiting to be unleashed on you, and you learned the ultimate way to trigger it. You heard Dog's Freak Factor discovery of this. You learned the infamous Freak Factor sentence that forces her inner slut to open up and crave sex. And you found out women don't sleep with guys because of money, muscle, or movie star looks, but because of what their emotional brain is telling them. Because when you innocently learn how to influence her emotional brain, like even my mediocre students have, your sex life explodes and you quickly discover the truth. Women love sex. Most actually obsess about it when you talk to them this way. But really what I've shared with you so far is only the beginning, only the start of something much, much bigger. We're talking the difference between a tiny little firecracker and a hydrogen bomb. So I've already given you a glimpse of a few of the tricks up my sleeve, which brings me to the honey trick, the Mac Daddy of my whole system. I don't have time to explain it all, but let me give you a little preview. So why is this involuntarily attracted to this? It's a simple scientific formula seen every day by evolutionary psychologists. Stripped down to their DNA, bees are hard-coded to be attracted to the sight and scent of honey. And what if that same exact scientific formula that causes the involuntary attraction of a bee to honey can be applied to make every woman you know uncontrollably attracted to you too? The honey naturally triggers involuntary hormonal and chemical changes inside the bees because all bees naturally need it. They crave it. They have to have it. The female attraction center is no different. That same uncontrollable primal craving is already pre-installed into her DNA, and my method is simply your trigger. I mean, we know porn's fake, but do you really think it's that fake? She already wants to have wild sex, and lots of it. You just have to know how to make her want to have that wild sex with you. And we can do that. Easy peasy. How? Well, that's why I designed the world-renowned Make Women Want You system. I've now watched students in 40 countries get the girl of their dreams with it, and if you're a good dude with a big heart, I'm gonna make you my next satisfied student too. Please understand, what I'm about to share with you is based upon 2 things: evolutionary psychology and real-world experience. There's not one iota of conjecture or opinion. It's based upon the experience of not only myself and Dog, but validated by my 120,000 students worldwide and the million-plus girls we've tested it on. Not surprisingly, these principles have been studied recently and confirmed at Yale, Duke, and Harvard University also. You're about to learn 100% no way you can fail methods guaranteed to not only get women sexually interested, but to get them chasing you. Lauren Mitchelson from Illinois says, "I'm amazed at how simple it is once you know it. It's like you've unlocked the door to a woman's mind. It's almost like you're psychic. You'll learn how to easily and naturally structure your conversations with women for maximum sexual attraction. Each word and phrase that comes out of your mouth will amplify, intensify, and magnify her deep primal desire for you. What looks like innocent small talk to others will silently trigger her emotional brain like a shotgun, causing her to think, I need his now." Jarrett Solo from Toronto says, "This works right out of the box, but what's even better is I can tailor it to my own personality, the woman I'm talking to, and the situation. It's not some complicated, difficult to remember process. It's just 3 simple steps. 3 steps you can use to install sexual attraction in any woman you want in any environment. at college, at the club, at the mall, at a business party. It doesn't matter. Hell, I know this one older guy who uses it to get all his women from the couch while playing Xbox Live after work. If you can A, follow what I say, and B, talk to a woman you will see get laid constantly. It's not some rehashed, recycled version of something you've heard of before. I'm revealing it right now for the first time publicly because I wrote this book specifically for guys who used to be like me, shy or introverted or awkward around women, men who couldn't figure out for the life of them what they were doing wrong or why women weren't attracted to them. So if that's you, you're in luck. If you already know how to make every girl want to bang you, good for you. You could probably stay and learn some things, but it doesn't sound like you really need it all that bad, so you can close this video now and not continue watching. I'm not here to preach to the choir. I'm here to help those who need it the most. So if you've never had tens chasing you and want to know what it's like, if you feel like you're too weak, too skinny, unattractive, or just really ugly, if you think you're too old or too overweight or too bald, if you're too shy and introverted, have no social skills whatsoever, or if you're intimidated by women in general, if you're tired of being publicly embarrassed, getting shot down trying to get women interested in you, if you want women to chase you rather than you having to chase them and always coming up short, and if you're ready to take control of your sex life, your manhood, and you want to do it today, not slowly over time, then you're ready for me to share with you the holy grail of sex and attraction, the Make Women Want You system. I got this note about the system recently from one of my students, Joe Kasparov of Detroit. At 25, I got my first real girlfriend. She's so hot, man. Enough said. Thanks. Here's another one, an email from Simon Anderson of Denmark. With what I've learned from you, I think my unattractive looks actually give me an advantage. I fly under the radar. Who would have thought it? Now, if you're nervous or hesitant around women, if you're not as confident as you would like to be, man, I really want you to have this because my methods make you naturally more confident around women starting right after the first time you use them. And you can start putting things into action as soon as you read the first few pages. I promise, it'll make all the difference. You'll be amazed at the positive reactions you get from women. The looks on their turned on faces will give you the motivation to want to move forward. And because it's clear you're a man who hates settling for average as much as I do, I'll show you what else you're going to get inside the system. The secret sauce is the 3-step Make Women Want You formula. Most guys overcomplicate this and assume there's 10 or 20 steps to making a girl want to bang you. My students and I have found there's just 3. Think you can handle that? Follow my 3 simple steps. 1, 2, 3, and bang! She shoves herself on your magnificent dong. Another reason guys fail is they do the right things but at the wrong time, striking out in front of everybody again. I used to make this same mistake. It was like decoding hieroglyphics until it finally clicked. If you're hearing in your brain right now, he made this getting laid process a cinch and nearly impossible to fail with, there's a reason. It's because I did. Remember, we're not being logical here with women. We're just firing off sexual triggers, things their body and mind are already hard-coded to involuntarily respond to. They really can't help but react in your favor. This is science, the science of getting laid. Sam Mitten of San Diego writes, I've been trying to crack the seduction code for a long time, and previously I would have sworn it was all about good looks, showing off, pretending to be the alpha male, flashing money and toys, as if these things were what mattered to women. Man, I got it all wrong. Sam, you're a hell of a guy, and you bring up a good point. This isn't about pretending or being something you're not. This is about leveraging the sexual desire already preloaded in every strand of female DNA, no matter what you look like or what you own. There's no guessing, no trial and error. By adhering to my 3 simple steps, you always know what to do next. Rick Jackman of Philadelphia writes, I've been around a while, and you're the first guy who's actually created something practical, usable, that really works on all women consistently. What I like about you is that you live what you teach, too. The results speak for themselves. Have you ever met an awesome girl, exchanged phone numbers, and then not had her return your calls or your text messages? Yep, I know what that's like, too. Or at least I used to before I discovered a move called the slow brush, because this rare technique lights up all 3 of her pleasure centers simultaneously, and it guarantees she'll be the one calling and texting you first. When you use the slow brush, she's not just going to be interested in you. She's going to want you to the point she's practically beating down your bedroom door. Have you ever made a connection with a girl only to find out later she wasn't that interested? This strategy eliminates all possibility of that. After getting this from me, my student Justin Oppenheimer of Atlanta wrote, I never thought closing could be so effortless. Have you ever wondered what's the one thing every female wants? It's the guy who speaks directly to her emotional brain and knows how to pump her full of good emotions. Not by giving her compliments and whispering sweet nothings in her ear, but by doing exactly what I tell you on page 45. See, when you do it my way, she'll subliminally connect her good emotions to you. It's like when she gets a lick of sugar. All she wants is some more. Another student, Alex Tobias of Sweden, emailed me recently and said, I like the way you make the whole process so casual. It's like I'm not even trying, but everything I say is landing like an atom bomb. Your method is almost not fair. Have you ever said something to a woman and as the words are leaving your mouth, you realize that it was the absolute wrong thing to say? On page 88, I share one of my most innocent but powerful tactics to delete that from your natural behavior and quickly amplify her attraction at the same time. Guaranteed 99.9% of all guys do not do this. And if a guy does do this, he doesn't even realize it. This is the same subconscious trigger that Houdini used 100 years ago to mesmerize audiences, and it works even better today. You do this and you will have a woman eating out of the palm of your hand. You want to know how to trigger attraction inside of her and turn her on at the same time without a single person knowing what you're doing? I'll actually demonstrate that for you and show you how to make it something you naturally do whenever you want on page 51. Dave Schumann from Arizona sent an email saying, wow, that was just one line, and she was in the palm of my hand. And she's hot too. I owe you one, Jason. On page 97, we'll get your text messaging handled once and for all. Too many guys screw this up, and it really doesn't have to be this way. Text messaging is a major tool for sex that every female of all ages uses today. Your ability to use this tool effectively not only gets you laid, but it separates you from the guys who don't know my methods. One of my students, Juan Flores of Colorado, recently wrote me about this. Your texting info was so needed. I was so sick of ruining relationships because I was doing exactly what you said not to. Now I text the way you told me to, and my phone never stops buzzing. What a difference maker. Make Women Want You has zero fluff, filler, or fat. It's filled with proven and cutting-edge knowledge and technology built on what women are really attracted to. It's not complicated, hard to learn, or hard to read. I'm not some scientist showing off how big my vocabulary is, but what you'll learn is firmly grounded in science, sociology, and psychology. It's technology that'll get you laid. As much, as often, with as many women as you want. I've broken it down so guys of all ages and levels can understand it. Sean Lyson of New Zealand says, what I like is that you get to the point. You tell us the principle or formula, you show how we can apply it immediately to make girls want to and you even give us word-for-word examples. Not just one, but a lot. Now the price? Well, I'm going to get to that in a moment, but I want to share something really cool with you first. Do you dislike the idea of getting rejected? On page 40, you'll learn how to never be rejected again. Did you know the same part of a woman's brain lights up every time she rejects a guy? This is called her rejection mechanism zone, and I'll show you how to easily slip past that zone with every woman you meet for the rest of your life. And since she can't reject you, and since I'll have already shown you how to casually trigger uncontrollable desire deep inside her, she'll have no choice. Her legs spread apart, your manhood sliding in. This is reality for my 120,000 students and your next champ. Listen to John Jesserman from North Carolina. It's incredible. Knowing how to never be rejected again has eliminated all of my hesitation and uncertainty. Now I walk up to women as if I own the place, and they love it. On page 42, I'll teach you my blast radius strategy, where every woman within 6 to 10 feet of you gets a pre-selection grenade blown all over their deserving faces. What's pre-selection? It's a primal attraction trigger that makes women subconsciously decide if they like a guy or not, based mostly on their perceptual interpretation of proximal females. Here, we're simply using that scientific intel as a power tool that makes her crave your power tool. Because with this strategy, when I say women may climb over each other to talk to you, I'm not exaggerating. My student, Mike Dooley from Tampa, emailed, and he said, your blast radius technique is the bomb. I tried it last night and walked out of the club with 2 women on my arms fighting each other for my attention. You ever wonder if there was a lazy man's method to making girls want to bang you? There is, and it's awesome. I'll show you how to do it without ever saying a word on page 39. With it, women will be waiting, sometimes impatiently, for your advances and your suggestions, already imagining safety and security in the arms of a man like you before you even say a word. Troy Adams from Boston told us, of all the techniques I learned, the easiest for me to leverage was your buzz generating strategy because I can leverage who I am without saying a damn thing. I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not. People just assume I'm the coolest guy on the planet. Lazy, but true. So what's the price of this brand new secret system? Well, I could tell you my consulting fees start at $1,000 an hour, or that drinks, dinner, dessert, and possibly a movie will easily set a normal guy back $100 per night. And without these techniques, which have been proven to work on 1 million+ girls already, who knows if he's even going to get any at the end of the night. But do you know what's even more expensive? Having to build your confidence back up after missing out with another woman. I refuse to let that ever happen to you, champ. So what do you think a fair price would be? $497 would be more than fair. Why? Well, just look at what a lack of success in this area of your life has cost you so far. That adds up emotionally, not to mention financially. But today, you're not going to pay $497 because, like I said, you are an action taker and I refuse to ever let you fail again. And I meant it. And even though $297 would be a bargain considering all the bonus products that I'm about to give you too, you're not going to pay $297. You're not even going to pay $147, even though thousands of my students have paid full price for this secret system already. By ordering today only through this webinar, you get the entire Make Women Want You attraction system, plus the 9 additional complete bonus products I'm about to show you for just $69.97. That's not even half of what it costs when I have girls take me out for dinner and a movie. And I'm so sure that you'll experience the success you're after that I'm going to let you try the entire Make Women Want You system risk-free for a full 60 days. Go ahead, click the button below this video and see how well it works for you. If you don't easily get laid at least 3 times in the next 60 days, if you don't attract at least one hot and awesome girlfriend, and if you don't completely fall in love with the Make Women Want You system, simply hit us up for a refund and we'll give it to you. You'll probably get laid a lot more than 3 times, but I want to make it absolutely clear. Make Women Want You is about results, not some ideas that sound good on paper and then come up short in the real world. Bottom line, if you don't get laid, I don't want to get paid. These are the kinds of messages that are filling up our inbox right now. Jeremy Spritzer from Chattanooga emailed, "What I loved was your guarantee. Your certainty that I could succeed with this gave me the motivation that I needed. I knew since so many other guys were scoring with this already, I would too." Chad Daly from Nebraska wrote, "My social skills sucked. I was in negative territory. Even so, with what I gained from you, I went to the mall. I was hesitant, but approached the girl I'd had my eye on for months, and I got her number. Thanks so much." Even skeptical women can't help but agree with this method. Catherine Kerr from Dallas, Texas wrote me, "I'd love it if a guy would talk to me as you suggest. Not only can I imagine getting turned on by it, but there's nothing unethical about it either. If you happen to maybe like it when dancers with huge racks want to bang you too, listen to Mitch Yagoda from Washington. I'm still in college and I have acne. Used to suck. Still does, but with your book, it hasn't stopped me from getting dates with 3 cheerleaders." Man, I love my students. In addition to the Make Women Want You system, you're going to get 9 free bonus products. Let's meet them now. First up is Done For You Attraction. This product comes complete with all of my ready-made attraction banter lines. You just say them exactly as they're written and watch the mesmerizing effect they have. They'll also train your subconscious to be naturally clever and witty in case you weren't born with it. With this bonus product, you'll never have to wonder again, how do I make her feel attraction for me? Next up, you get Stuck on You. Listen, getting cheated on flat out sucks. In fact, Dr. David Holmes and his research team at Manchester University recently found that women cheat just as much as men nowadays. But arm yourself with this stealth information and your girl will be psychologically unable to ever imagine being with somebody else. This is the same information that leading scientists use to make sure their girl is psychologically addicted and cheat-proof to them too. The next bonus product you're getting is one of my absolute favorites. How to always know what to say. Yep. The title says it all. Fun conversations, deep conversations, sexual conversations. I'll show you how to easily and naturally have all of them inside here. Can you imagine how confident you'll be when you always know the right thing to say? You'll know exactly how to make women smile and open up to you with this bonus product. Next up is bonus product number 4, Body Language Secrets That Get the Girl. Did you know 98% of women decide how they feel about you based on your body language? You can say all the right things, but if your body language is like most guys nowadays, you'll be subconsciously disallowed from triggering any kind of attraction inside of her. In this report, you'll find out how dominant body language makes you an attraction machine. You'll find out when to look into her eyes and when not to, how to walk like a sex god. And as a bonus, you can use this product whenever you want a woman to be submissive around you too, because just like in 50 Shades of Grey, that submission can really be a turn on when you do it this way. You'll also get my next special bonus product when you order today, the Female Orgasm Bible. You ever wonder how to give every girl an earth-shattering orgasm that guarantees she'll come back for more? Using my invisible orgasm method, I'll show you exactly how to steal the show inside the Female Orgasm Bible. I've heard feedback where some guys get so good at this, the girl will tell her friends and then they'll want to sleep with the guy too. Don't say I didn't warn you, bud. Next up, number 6, is the subliminal switch program. Did you know all women have 8 hidden switches in their brain that make them feel more attraction for you every time you flip one? I'll tell you what all 8 are and how to flip each of them. And since women are so tuned into body language, you'll flip most of these switches without saying anything. She'll be standing there talking to you, getting more and more attracted with each switch you flip, and she won't even know why. This is a huge part of unleashing that primal sexual attraction in her we talked about before, and I'm going to make you a master of it in under 20 minutes. For number 7, you'll also get lifetime access to my best-selling guide, the Charm Bible. After I met Dog, there was something my newfound crazy sex life was teaching me. Women not only find charming men sexually irresistible, but they also let charming guys get away with anything. Charm is your free cut the line pass to everything you want, and in my Charm Bible, you're going to discover how to increase your natural charm step by step using all 8 of my closely guarded charm techniques, including my infamous brain scrambling method. And finally, number 8 is your super bonus. When you order now, I'm going to throw in my complete kissing training course, a $900 value for free. In this 6-video training, I used 2 Los Angeles models demonstrating on each other to show you my 2-step formula to make her beg for the first kiss. You learn this and you'll completely delete first kiss rejection from possibility. Guaranteed. Now, in the complete kissing training course, also, you're going to discover how to make a normal first kiss magical for her, kind of like a Disney movie. And my 9 best makeout moves are also in there. Well, you'll watch these 2 girls show you with each other when to kiss her, where to bite her, how to pull her hair, how to use the doors and walls in your bedroom as sex toys to get her soaking wet. Plus, you'll also learn my new F Me Now formula that I learned after making out with almost 2,000 girls. The Fuck Me Now formula generates intense sexual craving in a woman and makes same-night sex inevitable, so use it constantly. Now, once you get into it, you'll probably find yourself agreeing with the rest of my advanced students like Scott Tramish of Seattle. Hi, Jason. I just watched your kissing video. This is by far the best thing you've ever produced. It is clear and simple, and the role plays with the girls give the content so much more power. Now I know exactly what to do when the girl is actually back at my house and in my bed. Thanks so much. With the 6-video kissing training course, you're going to know exactly how to turn a first kiss into sex within 60 minutes. All of this for only $69.97, fully guaranteed. I want you to click on the button below this video that says click to order now. And when you do that, you'll also get one last bonus. Free access to our private members area, the Masters of Dating Inner Circle. Inside, you're also going to get videos of me in field, meeting, attracting, and setting up dates with cute girls day and night. I'll be fully mic'd so you can also hear everything I say as I implement the Make Women Want You system with the hottest girls near my home in Hollywood, California. You'll see the body language, the approach, you'll hear the conversation and the flirting, you'll watch how I close. Nothing comes close to seeing it happen all live right in front of you. You also get text conversation breakdowns of our members' own issues. Get this, you can actually send me your text messages and I break down how I would handle the reply. You'll even see the text I'm using right now to get girls chasing me left and right. Plus, each month you'll learn a brand new involuntary attraction bomb. Now, these are my best of the best conversational threads that work hand in hand with the girl's emotional brain. My students and I have tested them on girls in countless bars and clubs and yes, even shopping malls. All you have to do is just copy and paste these done-for-you conversations, then watch as her sexual attraction quietly slides right into the power of your hands. If you've never experienced what it's like to have multiple women whisper in your ear, I want you so bad right now, well, now you will. And lastly, you get bonus access to interviews with cute and hot girls talking about dating, getting hit on, what she wants in a man, what turns her on, what secretly turns her off, and of course, sex, with all the dirty details she only wishes guys knew. If you want to join the thousands of Make Women Want You students that are getting all of their questions answered right now, then log in instantly by clicking the Click to Order Now button below this video. Once you click the button below, you'll be taken to a secure checkout page, and you can be confident knowing your information is private and guaranteed secure by McAfee and VeriSign with 128-bit encryption. And then, within a matter of seconds, you'll unlock the secrets within the Make Women Want You system and watch how women become intensely attracted to you from all angles. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, I hate the idea of knowing my solution is right there in front of me and not doing anything about it. You probably realize you're at a crossroads right now. Sure, you could go on and skip this and let another guy have it. You could wake up tomorrow still not knowing what to say or do when you see a hot woman, still having to settle for second rate, still hearing it from your friends and family that you weren't born for greatness or there's nothing wrong with having an average, normal life. You could do that, or you could take a stand against average right now and demand that it's time for you to get the things you really deserve. Time to unleash the greatness that's been hidden inside of you for too long. Time for you to take action now. Just click that button below and it begins. I would hate knowing my spot was waiting right there for me, only to hesitate and watch the next guy jump in and take it. That's why me and my most successful students are action takers, like you. Click the button below and it begins. Now listen, right now you probably hate the idea of rejection. Having to endure that one more time could be like a final knockout blow, which is why I refuse to let it happen. For you, rejection is about to be history. The only rejection you'll experience from this day forward is when you ignore the text from a pretty cool girl so you can respond back to the gorgeous, awesome girl who won't stop hitting you up. Now, there's no reason to stand there not knowing what to say next to rev her engine. There's no reason to sit there and take abuse from a woman no matter how hot she is. Now, you have immense power and you don't put up with that crap any longer. From now on, you're going to be confident, smooth, relaxed. You're going to be secure in yourself and your understanding of the female mind. You're going to know exactly what to say and when to say it too. You're going to always know what to do next. With my 3-step seduction formula, you're going to be like a calm, cool chess master who already knows what his next 6 moves will be for checkmate. And when that happens, you're going to feel incredibly at peace and smile to yourself, big. So just like the other 120,000 guys who were once sitting in the same seat you are, now's the time. As soon as tonight, imagine, instead of your phone saying no new messages, you're going to whip it out and see a picture message from another new girl, this time showing off her long legs after yoga class and a message that reads, "Can't wait to play with you tonight." What if watching all this happen was really as easy as I've told you about? Let me ask you a question, champ. Imagine yourself a month from now. Imagine putting this life-changing, powerful knowledge to work for yourself. How powerful would you feel if you knew women better than they knew themselves? How many women would be in your bed on a weekly basis? How exciting would your sex life be? Would you be more confident? Would you be happier? Would it be cool if your friends asked you in private if maybe you could teach them too? Would your life be 10 times better? 100 times better? Right now, you've got an opportunity to take control. You've got the pussycat by the tail. You've got the shot to join my 120,000 students who, just like you, want the ultimate edge on the competition. Remember, I'm taking 100% of the risk here. You've got all kinds of time to return it if it doesn't work out. So join us now and get the complete Make Women Want You system right now by clicking on the Click to Order Now button right below this video. Seconds from now, you'll have my secret knowledge in your hands. From there, I want you to flip straight to page 45, where I'll reveal my favorite method for bypassing her thinking brain and triggering uncontrollable sexual attraction. This is the exact female intel most guys have been searching for their entire lives and never found. The discreet checkout process is secure, confidential, and private. It's fully protected and guaranteed by McAfee and VeriSign. The access is digital and instant, and no one outside of your fellow Make Women Want You students will know that you've got these extremely controversial secrets. But you must act now. There's 3 critically important reasons. First, all 9 of your free bonus products I showed you before are going to disappear shortly. That means you'll have to pay full price for each of them separately. Number 2, because it's already been banned in 3 countries, the Make Women Want You system is getting more expensive for us to maintain, and I can't guarantee that it will stay at this price. And number 3, if enough of these countries become successful, we will be forced offline. We've been told they're working day and night to shut us down and keep my secrets private, so this video could come down at any moment now. That means if you don't click on the order now button below this video right now, you'll miss out on the ultimate opportunity to unlock my proven and controversial seduction secrets. With the Make Women Want You system in your hands, you'll have the total comfort of knowing your days alone without options, without sexy pictures filling up your phone, without an attractive woman always in your bed are behind you. Listen, women are desperate for someone to come along and say the things that will get them to smile, open up, and let someone like you in. 120,000 guys in 40 countries just like you have validated the Make Women Want You system. It's been tested and proven on over 1 million girls worldwide. So go ahead, what are you waiting for? Hit the click to order button below this video now. Guys like us, we've known it deep down our whole lives. When we take action, nothing and no one stops us. So join me right now. Click the button below this video and let's change your life forever. Still there? Your decision almost ready? As you can imagine, we get a lot of questions about this program, especially since we've been banned in 3 closed-minded countries. Because I know you have that badass inside of you just waiting to be unleashed, I'll answer some of the most common questions people have about the Make Women Want You system. Hopefully, I'll answer any questions you might have as you're sitting here making your decision too. Number 1, how fast do I get access to Make Women Want You? As I said before, you get instant access to the Make Women Want You system as soon as you complete your order. Because you're getting access to the private members area, everything is digitally downloadable and you won't have to wait for the mail to arrive or anything like that. I wish I could say it's because we went digital as a way to protect the environment, but the truth is, I just know what it's like to want a girl and not know how to make her want you back. It sucks. I would hate having to wait a week or even more for that information to ship to me. When you complete your Make Women Want You order today, you're going to be experiencing the material and seeing exactly how to make the girl of your choice want you in literally less than 2 minutes. And as you sift through it all, you're going to be getting hit with knowledge bombs about the female mind that are so insightful. You'll find yourself thinking, oh, so that's why it didn't work with that girl. Or, yes, that's what I should have said instead to get her texting me back. This is going to be so easy from now on. It's life-changing stuff, and you get access to all of it instantly right after you enter your information on the secure checkout page. Number 2, do you talk about things like text messaging? I love text messaging, and it's too bad guys screwed this up. So yes, I cover it in detail. I give you sample text messages. I give you the strategy behind them. I tell you what to send and when to send it. Then I even show you how they integrate with the entire 3-step seduction formula. Be careful though. I recently had to start turning my phone off while I worked because too many girls were simply texting me all day long. I mean, I'm chasing capital. I can't be texting all day. I got shit to do. Number 3. Is it considered cheating if I use the Make Women Want You system? How many women do you know that wear makeup to make themselves look prettier? Or how many women do you know that wear revealing outfits that show off their cleavage so you can almost see their tits? Or wear skirts so low you basically see all but the top half of her ass from behind? Are those girls cheating? It's perfectly normal to do what you can to make yourself more attractive to the opposite sex. Personally, I kind of find it weird and it makes me almost question a man's sexuality if he's not doing what he can to attract more women and improve his sex life. I'm not saying that's you, but wouldn't you agree it's pathetic if a guy knows there was a way he could get hotter, cooler women to desperately want to bang him and yet he didn't do anything about it? Women have been manipulating men for years now. We're just leveling the playing field. Number 4, will it work for me even though I'm older or bald or fat or even ugly? I get this question a lot, and it's certainly an understandable question, dude. Of course, if you were rich or you had chiseled features, it would make things smoother, but I have friends who are fat, I have friends who are broke, and I even have friends who are fat and broke, and they all get laid using my system whenever they want, and it's not any harder for them. Remember, women choose who they sleep with based on their emotional climate. It's what they're feeling in the moment. Even though her conservative frontal lobe thinks it knows what attractive or sexy is in a guy, it actually has no idea and no control over who wins the. Her emotions are the only deciding factor. Do you understand how wide that opens it for you? Emotions don't know about Hollywood conditioning. They don't know who Brad Pitt is. They have no idea who's on the $100 bill. Emotions are primal, so you must take a primal approach to seduction, like me. With my Make Women Want You system, you're bypassing her conservative brain and you're speaking directly to her emotional brain. You'll trigger intense attraction inside of her without anyone knowing. This isn't just stealth. It's invisible to the naked eye. The only parts that can see it are her heart and her vagina. Basically, when you do what I tell you, you're going to be having one conversation with her mouth and another with her vagina. So if you think you can handle something like literally knowing how to speak vagina, you better get your ambitious self inside the members area today with us before more pansy governments shut us down. Number 5, I'm in the friend zone. Will this help me out? The reason you ended up in the friend zone before is because you did step 2 of my 3-step seduction formula before step 1. This is common amongst guys who have always had friends that were girls but can never get the girls horny the way they saw other guys do. Look, friend, you're in a good position. This is simple. Just like the book says, do step 1 before step 2 from now on, and all the girls who only saw you as a friend will randomly be talking or texting with you one day and think to herself, wow, something's really different about him. Something's changed. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling really attracted to him right now. She may start hitting on or even chasing you at that point. It's pretty common amongst my Make Women Want You students. And yes, this works either way with girls you're just meeting now or girls you may have known a while but have always thought of you as only a friend. Number 6, what if I'm looking for a relationship? Can Make Women Want You help me? It's pretty common that guys will overlook the relationship benefits of Make Women Want You. A lot of times you get so excited about being able to turn women on that they forget the reason they wanted to start dating more women in the first place was to find that one perfect girlfriend you want to spend the rest of your life with. Make Women Want You is going to help you understand women on a very deep, primal level. You're going to understand why they act a certain way, why they test guys, what makes them intrigued, what makes them horny, and what makes them chase a guy, and so on. You're going to know her better than she knows herself, and it's very powerful in a relationship because when you think about it, that's exactly what she's looking for in a long-term relationship. She wants her man to understand her, to guide her, and be a calming force in her life when she's upset. Make Women Want You is loaded with tools and techniques for you to handle every type of situation. You will become such an authority in her life that she'll wonder what the heck she was doing before she met you. Yes, Make Women Want You will help you find that perfect relationship a lot faster and with less frustration and rejection. Also, one of the 9 bonus products that you get instant access to today is all about this. It's called Stuck on You, and it shows you exactly how to make a girl addicted to being with and only you. If you follow exactly what I say, she'll also be unable to consider being with any other man. Number 7, how is Make Women Want You different from other programs? For a second, let's not remember my infamous 3-step seduction formula, my involuntary attraction methods, and my proven controversial techniques, and just focus on you, my student. I dare you to go on Google later and search my name, Jason Capital. Check out my blog, jasoncapitaldating.com, and see what past students have had to say about the Make Women Want You system. Their results are life-changing, and they fully deserve to be recognized across the globe. My system doesn't just get you laid. It makes you a better, stronger, more successful man leading a more fulfilled life. I think the thousands of success stories who have come before you, if they could, would say just one thing to you right now. He who hesitates masturbates. Remember, I'm taking all the risk here. Stop dilly-dallying around. You choose yourself today, and you join us right now by clicking the button below this video. Number 8, can I trust the Make Women Want You 60-day money-back guarantee? Absolutely, yes, without question. Did you know we've never spent a penny on advertising? We've never had to because our entire business is based on word of mouth. That means almost 100% of our thousands of happy, satisfied students worldwide found us from a friend who just felt excited because he was getting women like never before. Do you think that would still be the case if we didn't value honor and trust in our company above all else? Like I said before, I'm going to let you try the entire Make Women Want You program risk-free for a full 60 days. Put it to the test. See how powerful it is. Take as much time as you want to try out the material for even the full 60 days if you want, and watch how women melt before you, gleefully waiting for you to slide your unique brand of manhood into their lives. Anyway, if you're not happy, just send my 24-hour support team at support@makewomenwantyounow.com an email, and they'll refund your entire investment today. No matter what question you have about your purchase, they can handle it, and you'll always get first-class customer support, friendly and helpful every time. The only person here really taking the risk is me. It's on me to make sure you experience truly amazing results with my system, and I have a rule. It's called Jason Capital Always Delivers. You better believe it, champ. After you complete your order now, I'm making sure you experience all the success with women you want, and how beautiful it's going to be for you. Again, just promise me you won't get too busy the women you want and actually find time to write me a success story. Thanks. Number 9, Peter writes, are you really going to guarantee I'll get laid? Yup. Listen, we are all about results. I don't care about anything else but making sure you experience the success with women you've always wanted and are truly happy about. I'm well aware that has a lot to do with you getting laid when you want, how you want. Together with this system, I'm going to make sure that happens for you. I want to stack your success story on top of the thousands I already have on my desk here. That would make me feel pretty damn happy and excited. So those are the 9 common questions I get about the Make Women Want You system. Hopefully your question was answered there. If you're still wondering if it's right for you, honestly, the only way to find out now is to click on the button below and complete your order. This is just us now, man to man. You can get the program, take as much time as you need to review the material, try it out, and then decide later if you think it's worth the money or not. If it's not for you, it's not that big of a deal. Just better to find out now rather than wondering what if for the rest of your life. I don't want you to have to struggle with that. Really, truly, I'm here to help you. That's why I have such a strong guarantee. It's an unconditional guarantee. So that means you have nothing to worry about. I've gone ahead and taken all the risks so that you could grab the program and then for any reason, even if you don't like the colors or the cool little done for you text messages I've gotten there, for any reason at all, you can just send an email and get your money back instantly. I'm here to help. It's my mission in life to create an army of 1 million guys who truly dominate the world. They get what they want, they do what they want, and they do who they want to. When you succeed, I succeed, and yes, we succeed. There's not many things you can buy that make such a difference in your life. For $69.97, you can go out and have a nice dinner for that price, but it's not really going to change your life. You're going to leave the restaurant the same person you were when you walked in, with the same challenges and the same frustrations you had before you stepped foot inside. This is an incredible value to be able to trigger nearly instant attraction in any woman, to date as many women as you have time for, so that when you're ready, you have no problem finding the one. And then, maybe, you'll settle down because she gives you everything you're looking for in a woman. It's really easy. All you have to do is click the button below to get started and complete your order now.